Hey guys, and welcome to another video on the P1.com YouTube channel, and today we will have a look at a lap around one of the most legendary tracks on this earth, Monza. This time in the BMW M4 GT3, and to make it even more legendary, iracing gave us the historical track layout for next week's GT Sprint series. So it will definitely be interesting to see the GT3 cars drive around this track with all of the banking and the oval stuff. So there will be a lot of crashes probably. And that makes it even more important to have a proper lap guide before heading into all of this chaos. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out p1docs.com for all of our data packs. And without talking too much, let's jump straight into this track guide. Alright, starting the lap with one of our creators, Daniel Antunes. We have a very long straight ahead of us, in which it's very important to also stay below the yellow line here. You can see on the left side. That way we just gain the most time out of this whole oval section, and during this time we also want to aim for as less steering input as possible, because every little angle of steering will completely compromise your top speed at the end of the straight. So just try to have a static steering throughout this whole section. We are looking for a top speed of around 290 kilometers an hour before heading into the second banking. Once again, we try to stay under the yellow line. Yeah, completely floor it throughout the whole section. It's very bumpy, so yeah, be careful here. You can easily lose like 3 or 4 hundredths just with a bit more steering input than needed. Going onto the original start and finish straight, and that's where things become a little bit different as well, because approaching the first corner we want to brake before the 150 meter, but this time, normally on the original Monza layout, we want to brake after the 150 mode, but since we carry that much speed onto the section, we want to brake basically right where the bush begins, on the left side. From the cockpit view it looks like this. You see the bush disappearing kinda, and we want to start braking. Peak braking of 90%, hold it for a very long time, and once we reach the green carpet here on the left side, we basically want to start trailing off the brake, and we want to start turning in the car into the first curb. Cut as much as you can here, but don't cut too much because you can easily get a slowdown here. I think this is like the maximum you want to cut in that first right-hander. And then for the left transition, what we want to aim for here is we want to completely go over the orange sausage curb with the left side of the car. We don't want to take too much of the curb because otherwise we will be on it with our floor, and we will lose a lot of time with that. So once we basically are close to exiting the orange sausage curb, we want to apply power back, and we want to be as quickly as we can on this 100% without activating the traction control. And we want to use all of the track on the right side. We basically nearly want to hit the gravel right here. You can lose a lot of time on this exit, so it's very important to use all of the track possible. Going onto this little straight here, of course, maintain a very tight line. Try to stay as close to the grass as possible. Heading into Della Roggia, we want to use the orange marker here on the barrier as our braking reference. Want to hit the peak braking of 90% once again, and once we arrive at this curb, this is our point where we start trailing off the brake again, and where we start turning in, fully attacking the first curb here, completely go over this one with the whole car basically, nearly touching the grass here as well. From behind it looks like this. For the second part, we don't want to cut too much of it because you can get a slowdown here still, but we want to go with the right side of our car over this curb. Quickly, once we hit the ground again, we want to be on 100% immediately, and we want to use the whole track on the exit once again, nearly hitting the gravel. Heading into Lesmo 1 and 2. We again use the orange marker here as a braking reference. From the cockpit view, it kind of looks like this. You basically want to start braking right before the orange mark disappears. Hugging the inside curb and also just having like a peak braking input of like 30% here. So we just want to basically tap the brakes and then hug the inside curb as tight as possible. Yeah, and once we are basically at the end of this apex, and once we nearly arrive at another orange marker here on the right side, we want to apply back our power. Completely use all of the track possible here on the exit. Go onto the curb with the right side of your car and be on the edge of it. So yeah, basically like 70 to 80% of your car already on the green carpet. Going into Lesmo 2, we want to brake right before the 50-meter board on the left side. Go off the brake pretty early and touch the inside curb here. Very important, just touch the inner side of this curb. Don't go on the green stuff right here because it will unsettle your car very quickly, and that way you also will have a better exit. Exiting the corner, again, be on the edge here with the curb on the right, with the right side of the car. Basically have most of your car on the green carpet already. That way we just gain a lot of time for this upcoming little straight. Next up, approaching the Ascari corners, probably one of the most legendary sections in this world. We want to brake right after the orange marker on the right side once again. Peak braking of 90%, and we want to do a slight steering towards the right to aim for the curb. And then fully attack the sausage curbs here on the left side. These are no off tracks anymore. In the past it was an off track, but now you can fully attack them without any consequence. Once we are off the curbs, we want to apply our power back. And what is very important now, we want to short shift from third to fourth gear to maintain that stabilization, and so we can apply more throttle input throughout the section. Right here, you can hear it. And following that, we want to hug the curbs here on the right side as well. And completely attack the exit of Ascari. All we can. Over the curb we go. We use all of the track on the exit once again. Go over the curb. Over the white line as well. It's completely legal, so use all of the track you have here. And yeah, for the last straight, approaching the Parabolica. Last corner of this track, we want to brake in the middle of this green carpet here, right between the 150 meter board on the left side. And we want to hit a peak braking of like 80% for a short time. And then we also want to go off the brake as early as we can. And we want to hug the inside curb right here. But it's very important to not stay too tight for too long of a time. We also want to float out towards the outside, just to carry as much speed throughout the section as we can. Once we're here, we want to swing ourselves towards the inside again, cut this side here and stay close to the pit wall, and like that we have done a lap over the historical layout of Monza. And yeah, it's a true 39.707, a very good lap. It's pretty much going to be a BMW Cup this week, I feel like, because this car might not be the fastest on one lap, but it does have an insane amount of top speed. The turbo helps a lot, and during the race it will for sure be the strongest car. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this track guide. I will now also show you guys the uncommented lap in a bit. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in our next video. Bye bye.